everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, leave your comments, and let's get right into it. This is the handbag, the gorgeous handbag. Whew! So I'm just gonna start with the lining. This is the fabric that's gonna be inside the bag. I measured 50 centimeters. And then after measuring, this is the width, and then the length was also 50 centimeters. And then after that, I'm just going to fold the fabric and cut it in fold. That means the length is going to be 1 meter and the width is going to be 50 centimeters. Let's get right into it. And then I'm also going to do the same for the leather fabric and the sponge. No, it's not the sponge, it's the cotton fabric. So there it is, cotton fabric, and then I put the lining on top of it so that I can use the same measurement. I can cut out the same measurement, and I'm also going to do the same for the leather fabric. And now I'm creating the pocket, the inner pocket for the handbag, and I'm using measurements 15 centimeters by 20 centimeters. I'm going to fold them, sew them, and then turn it inside out and then make a top stitch and then place the pocket on the actual fabric, the lining. So there it is, top stitched and stuff, and I decided to put it the other way around so that it can create a deeper pocket. The pocket is installed, and now I'm going to place the leather on top of the cotton, then both of them on top of the lining, and then I'm going to sew them on the edges just to put them together into one full thick piece. And you're absolutely right. It's always great to cut out excess fabric so that your fabric is in one place and it's evened out nicely. And there we have it. Now I'm going to mark out exactly where I'm going to put my handles, and then I'm going to start installing them nicely. And now for the cutting of the handles. Each handle is going to be 34 inches long and 7 centimeters wide. However, you're still going to fold your handles so that you can sew it and top stitch it. And there we have our handles, top stitched and all. They're looking fabulous city. Look at them. I love them. And now we're gonna install them on the actual handbag. So we're gonna mark out exactly where they're gonna be, and then we're gonna install them. And in this case, obviously use your own discretion as to how you want your handbag to sit, how long you want the handles to be there, because they're not going to be adjustable. So use your own discretion, pin the handles first, and then carry it and see how it fits on you, and then you can actually start sewing on it. So here I am sewing the actual handles. Listen, this was the most slow and hard part of my sewing process because I really wanted to secure the handles and I wanted to make sure that they actually really stay for the longest time. So I tried to sew on top of every single seam over and over and over again. now it's time to actually install the zipper. I found a pink zipper because it was the only thing that was there for me from my mom's leftovers. So yeah, let's do it. So I'm gonna mark exactly where I wanted to start and where I wanted to finish. And oh, please note that the zipper is actually facing downwards. This is because everything is facing inside out, and I'm still gonna keep it that way. And I'm gonna tuck in the handle, take the other side of the handbag and place it on top of the edge of the zipper, and then pin and sew. And there we have it, Fabulosity, turning it inside out just to create a top stitch on the zipper area. And there you have the Fabulosity, top stitched and stuff, looking all perfect. I love it. And now after this, I'm just gonna turn it inside out again and then sew the sides just to close the sides. And there it is, sewn on the sides. Now I'm just going to create the flat bottom, like a thicker base bottom. So now I'm just going to create triangles on the sides, measure exactly how I want it, and then sew those triangles, which are going to create that flat surface of the handbag, the bottom of the handbag. And there we have them. The flat surface is created. I'm just gonna cut that excess fabric, turn it inside out, and create top stitches on each side of the bag. You will see I'm gonna do it, and then the front bottom and the back bottom. Just look at how I'm gonna do it. And the bag was actually complete, but because I wanted to give it more life, I mean, come on, I decided to create these top stitches, and this is how I measured them. I actually decided how I want the shape and the thickness of my sides to be, and that's when I pinned so that I could kind of have like a vision of how it's gonna look after it's sewn. And also this process was very like slow. I was very patient with my sewing machine because the thickness of this leather was a whole lot, plus the cotton and the lining. So think about it. Oh my wordy word, look at that. Just the top stitch and the entire shape of the bag took a shift. Listen, I really enjoyed doing this, and now I'm just gonna add a decor. They call it a decor. As a decor. So now, because my zip is very long, I still have to cut it, and I'm gonna cut a little piece of leather fabric to cover it up. You know how they do it most with real handbags. Look at it. So I'm gonna cover it up and make it look as professional as possible. Listen, I'm slowly but surely getting excited because the bag has come to life. And now, because the front section was showing a little bit of that cotton fabric, I had to like tuck it in and sew it. And then after that, I'm just gonna add one more item and then I'll be done. So there you have it. It's tucked in. It looks much neater. And now I'm gonna add the chain. So this I found from an old handbag. So I'm just gonna cut out those chains and then try to bring them to life again. And then after doing that, there's another chain that I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna use a small bit of it, and you'll just see how I put everything together and I'm done. Woo! Listen, a similar bag costs like 700 to 800 rands. We did it for free with what we had in the house. Share it with friends who can make such things and let them look nice and stylish. Comment and let me know what you think. I really enjoyed this. I hope you did too.